Did you know that the number of self identifying pagans has increased dramatically in recent years? In this video, I'm going to look at that growing rise of paganism, the statistics, and some of the reasons why. Paganism is not an ancient dead religion. As we all know, paganism is very diverse with many paths, but as a whole, we are growing in numbers. Several factors contribute to this increase, including a broader cultural shift towards alternative spirituality, greater acceptance of pagan communities, and a resurgence of interest in ancient and nature based practices. In the United States, for example, approximately 1 to 1.5 million people now identify as neo pagans, which reflects a significant increase over the past few decades. It can often be hard to find out the precise numbers for people who consider themselves pagans. You may have checked a box that said other or not affiliated when asked about religion. These terms are confusing, not to mention discriminatory. The Pew Institute tracks the religious composition of the USA. According to them, in 2014, pagans composed 0.4% of the total population. This is roughly 1 to 1.5 million persons. By the way, you can find my resources for these stats in the website article listed in the description. Christianity remains the largest religious group in the United States, but its share has been declining. Christians make up 63% of the adult population, down from 90% in the early 1900s. According to a 2022 Pew Research Center study, with each generation, progressively fewer adults retain their Christian identity they were raised with, which in turn means fewer parents are raising their children in Christian households. This decline is largely driven by young adults leaving Christianity and the broader trend of religious disaffiliation. Studies show that one of the reasons that people are unhappy with mainstream religion is the lack of inclusion. Most pagan paths are open and accepting of people from various races, sexual orientations, and family composition. Inclusiveness gets back to the idea of sin and responsibility. For example, the Abrahamic religions have rules and opinions about homosexuality, which they may condemn as being a sin. Pagans are much more open minded about sexuality and personal choice in general. Along this line, our mission is educational and helping build an inclusive pagan community. Hi, I'm Amy, founder of Celebrate Pagan Holidays, lifelong pagan and green witch, and environmental educator. We have several family friendly pagan books available on Amazon. I'm having a digital download sale through August 2024 on the website. Paganism is growing among our European friends as well. In fact, Great Britain does an excellent job of allowing pagans to identify with what pagan path they are on. Categories such as pagan, Wiccan, Druid, and heathen are all options. Their 2021 census revealed that 74,000 people in England and Wales identified as pagan, an increase of 17,000 from 2011. Paganism is now the fourth largest religion in Scotland, according to the most recent Scottish census. There were 19,113 pagans recorded in their 2021 census. Norse paganism, in its many forms, is swiftly growing in America and Europe. According to Icelandic population statistics, Aushatru is the fastest growing religion in Iceland. As of 2020, Iceland is approximately 1.2% pagan, with 4,875 persons enrolled in pagan congregations. Norse mythology and symbolism have become more prevalent in popular culture, partly due to the influence of books, movies, and television shows that feature Norse gods and themes. This cultural presence has helped spark interest in Norse paganism as a spiritual path. Wicca has seen significant growth since the 1990s. In the US, with Wicca being one of the most prominent branches within the broader category of paganism. Wiccan practices, symbols, and themes have become more common in popular media, literature, and even retail environments, where items like tarot cards and crystals are widely available. This mainstream visibility has contributed to the religion's growth by making it more accessible to those interested in exploring Wicca. The term nuns refers to people in the United States who do not identify with any particular religion. So that's nuns, Nones. This group has been growing rapidly and now constitutes a significant proportion of the US population. As pagans and witches, we often fall into this group. The nuns encompass a diverse array of beliefs and attitudes towards religion, including unaffiliated believers. Many in this group believe in some form of higher power or spirituality, but do not align themselves with any organized religion. They might engage in spiritual practices, but do so independently of traditional religious institutions. Many pagans fall into this subgroup. However, we may argue that we are indeed part of a religious tradition. According to Pew Research, about half of identified nuns say spirituality is very important in their lives, or say they think of themselves as spiritual. Many of them believe animals, other than humans, have spirits or spiritual energy, also saying other natural things, such as mountains, rivers, or trees, have that same spiritual nature. That sounds like paganism to me. Ancestor worship and the interconnection with nature is a common bond among all pagans. Are these numbers accurate? Yes and no. Any data collection is based on several factors: people choosing to self report, questions reaching a statistically broad group of people, and accuracy of the researchers. Many surveys, such as the Pew and Gallup, rely on talking to people via phone. With the modern cell phone letting us know who is calling and even prompting us when a call may be potential spam, many people don't answer unidentified calls. And I'm one of them. This leaves out a lot of potential information. Paganism is gaining numbers, and with that clout is a viable religious option for many people. Paganism has been around for thousands of years. Christianity and Muslims tried to kill those beliefs, but the stories remained. Arthur and Druid leader Christopher Hughes likes to say, "We are still here." You can check out my last video on pagan pasts or the one on benefits of being a pagan. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching and have a very witchy day.